What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy CamATL, and welcome back to another DFS video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Welcome back to GreenlightDFS.com. As you can see on the screen, I'm on the Greenlight DFS MLB Optimizer page. I'm on Lineup Builder. If you click on Lineup Optimizer, you can go ahead and optimize up to 150 lineups, whatever you want. But on the lineup builder, it's easy to be able to, like, plug players in just straight from the projections that way. Thank you guys for joining me, man. We were on a week-long streak, and it came to an end yesterday, unfortunately, because all of the best offensive spots ended up being absolute duds. The best spots were against Verlander and against Bieber, which was a bit of a shocker. Yeah, I was doomed from the start. I wasn't going to stack against Verlander like that. I mean, if you're making multiple lineups, then cool. But when you're just playing one single bullet and you're trying to make the most optimal of the day, stacking against Verlander isn't optimal. Stacking against Shane Bieber isn't optimal. But hey, excited to get right back to that green today, though, man. We've been super hot. Like I said, we're on a week-long streak. Finally took an L yesterday, but it's all good. We're back to it today. We got a nice little 7-game slate. We got an early slate, so hit up greenlightdfs.com. Grab your MLB membership before early slate starts. That way you get early and main today. Early slate starts at like 2 Central, something like that. So let's go ahead and get straight into this, though. All right, so starting off at pitchers for this slate today, Spencer Strider's the #1 guy I'm locking in, and then Chris Bassett as a value option that I like today. When it comes to the spend-ups on the slate today, they all are in toughish matchups. You've got Strider against Texas, who's been okay in Texas. You've got Garrett Cole, who's going against Toronto, who's in a great offense in Toronto. Then you got Senga going against Tampa Bay, who's a great offense. Corbin Burns against St. Louis, who's been solid as hell at home in St. Louis. So a bunch of tough options. But Strider's the guy who's just levels above here. Well, not levels above. Him and Cole are up at the top, but Strider feels a lot better here against Texas than Garrett Cole does against Toronto. I really love this spot for Strider, man. He is so good. He is just amazing, dude. He's like averaging over 10 strikeouts a game. He is an amazing pitcher, and I'm rocking with him. I haven't had any issues finding value on this main slate, so I'm rolling with Spencer Strider as my #1 pitcher. I think he's got the highest K upside when it comes to all the pitchers today, and it's not particularly close. I don't really see Cole wiping down Toronto too easily at 11.5, only 500 less. Much prefer taking the shot that Strider's able to wipe out that Texas lineup. All right. Next up is Chris Bassett. As you could see when it comes to this range of pitchers here, I mean, if you want to spend up for both, sure, but then you're having to pair Strider with a questionable Cole, questionable Senga, questionable Burns in tough matchups. Down here in this cheaper range, it's tough, man. I mean, you've got Chris Bassett going against a free swinging Yankees team in Toronto. That's why I have Bassett as my favorite here, because he's at home in Toronto. He's facing a strikeout heavy Yankee team. You've got Bellinger going against a low strikeout Cleveland squad. You've got JP France going against Chicago. That's interesting, but still kind of eh. Matthew is interesting here against Milwaukee. I think he could be solid at home in St. Louis. He's the only other option I'm really interested in. So it's Bassett or Matthew when it comes to SP2, and it's Spencer Strider for me for SP1. So Strider and Bassett as my two pitchers that I'm rocking with for my main two guys. Yordan Alvarez and these spend-up guys are all obviously solid options today, but I've got some kind of mid-range 3K guys to really make a lineup pop for you, and then I've got a value option to go into the core today. At first base, I'm going to go with Justin Turner here. Justin Turner's get the righty-lefty matchup against Gonzalez. Justin Turner's always been very, very solid versus left-handed pitching, and anything Gonzalez has in his pitch arsenal, his main pitches that he could throw at Justin Turner here, Turner mashes. So it's just a fantastic spot for Justin Turner to have a fantastic game here. I really love Boston as a stack against the lefty Gonzalez today. Justin Turner at only 3-4 feels way too good in that righty-lefty matchup. And like I said, there's nothing Gonzalez could throw at him that he doesn't hit very well. All right. William Contreras at catcher. I don't normally go catchers, but this is a solid spot for William Contreras here against Matthew. The righty-lefty matchup here, William Contreras, one of the best lefty hitters on this Milwaukee lineup. William Contreras also he's been a legitimate lefty masher this season. He's got like a 191 WRC plus. Crazy numbers, a lot of power. This dude's a double dong candidate against lefties. I absolutely love this dude here in this matchup. Once again, same situation as Justin Turner. Anything Matthew has in his pitch arsenal, the main pitches that Matthew likes to throw, William just mashes all of them. So not only is he great versus lefties, but you break down the data down to pitch type. He mashes pitch type, all that good stuff. So it's a fantastic spot for William Contreras. I'm all over that spot for him. All right, now when it comes to the value, the 2K range guy that I'm interested in, it's going to be Jake Burger. Jake Burger for the White Sox here, going against Cleveland's Battenfield. Battenfield only throws like that. I believe he throws. I can't remember the pitch types that he throws, but it doesn't matter because Burger mashes them. He's mainly a fastball guy, I believe, and Jake just mashes it. Jake has been hitting righties fantastic. He's been hitting the ball amazing this season overall, lefties and righties, with a ton of power too. So the upside that he possesses with how much power he has in that bat at only 2.8 just feels fantastic to me. And getting a guy like Burger allows you to be able to get so much more in the lineup. As you can see, we've got Strider as an elite option at 12K, so that takes a big chunk of our salary. And then we've got Bassett, Contreras, Turner, and Burger all in fantastic spots, backed by the data and all that, and still have over 4K remaining for the rest of the spots. So you can get a stud like 5K range batter. My favorite overall bat's probably Yordan Alvarez against Smiley, because I feel like a lot of people will fade that because it's lefty-lefty, but Alvarez mashes lefties, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. Yordan also, Smiley is a pitcher who doesn't throw much other than like the knuckle curveball and that funky stuff down. He doesn't throw. He throws kind of the off the wall pitches. He really loves to throw the knuckle curveball, and Yordan Alvarez is going to be all over that. Smashes curves. He's going to absolutely destroy Smiley here in this matchup. He should at least. So I really like him as a spend up. And like I said, a lot of times when you have a lefty-lefty matchup, a lot of people immediately ignore it. I wouldn't. He's a great option in this slate today, and he's a great spend up option on this slate. But as you can see, we got Strider, Chris Bassett, William Contreras, Justin Turner, and Jake Burger as the high five. And I really like the way that we're able to have plenty of money left over after we get this core in to be able to make a lot of things work in this lineup. So very excited about this slate today. As I said, though, I'm about to lock into the early slate. Early slate optimals will be posted about 30 minutes before the game start for early slate. Make sure you get your Greenlight membership before early slate so you get early and main included today. Get that combo. We've got Miami and Boston series going for NBA, so we'll be doing the showdown for NBA as well. So thank you guys for joining me as always, man. Let's stay hot. Let's continue killing this DFS game, and let's get this money. I'm out. Peace.